What's up? Good morning, guys. Nice and quiet. I love that. It's actually after 8. But anyway, I was watching this morning. I got up to use the restroom, the old morning duty calls. And I was watching CSI's newest video, and it was talking about the short sellers making $500 million off of AMC for the month of August. Now, something I found quite interesting about that when I went to Google and researched it. I've been researching different articles just to see where that information came from. Apparently, it's from Vortex, or the data and the information is from Vortex. But correct me if I'm wrong. Drop your comments. Maybe I've got this ass backwards. But when they short, so they borrow this share on the open market, they sell it short, right? They sell it into the market, and then they pay interest on it until they buy that share back, and then they get the spread between the two, right? So my biggest thing about that is if they made $500 million, is that actually netted? Does that mean that they sold the shares into the market and they were able to buy them back at a lower price and keep doing that? So basically, short buy, rinse, repeat, and they were able to make $500 million? Or is it the fact that the spread is worth $500 million if they were to buy the shares back and fully close, like close out their shorts or cover their shorts? But what I find interesting is the article that talks about it. There's only two. I can only find a reference to two of them talking about the shorts made $500 million in August. And the main one is the financial news. It's not Turkey, or that is the financial news from London. And then the street, or excuse me, Investor Place, not the street, Investor Place wrote up a similar article, but all their information, Investor Place, is based off of what financial news is stating. So the real question is, I haven't seen it anywhere. Did they actually make $500 million, or are they sitting on the potential of $500 million if they were to fully close out or cover? Did the shorts cover? Well, I don't know. They're saying they did, but it's pretty crazy what they had to say. But I find that quite interesting that the only two people talking about it, that's $500 million. I don't know why there wouldn't be more articles about it, that the shorts are killing it. They're crushing, they're beating up on the meme stock darling, AMC stock, right? That's a lot of money, you would think. If you go back and look, there's tons of articles in 2022, 2021, talk about the shorts have lost to $500 million, the shorts have made, lost. But this one's quiet and silent. We're in September now. This happened in August. I'm surprised that we don't have the street, financial news, CNBC, all these people talking about it. If you know and I'm missing out and they're talking about it somewhere else, drop it in your comments or drop the link to where you're finding it, because this is all I'm finding. Did the shorts actually cover? Did they actually make $500 million? Now you can just Google and find it, but here's the article. AMC short sellers net $522 million August as the meme stock tumbles. This was written by Leo Jafar. If you look here, what he has to say is short sellers have booked $520 million in profits. And overall in 2023, AMC short sellers have made a profit of $407 million, while GameStop have lost. And then, as you can see, Investor Place says the thing. According to financial news, they netted approximately $522 million. And of course, Investor Place goes on to talk about AMC Entertainment and why it may be time that retail gives up and realizes that it's over. As you can see, it states here, significant declines have led to a highly profitable season for the short sellers who bet against it. The time has come for retail investors to finally admit that the stock ride is over. They're telling us that it's over. Why are they telling us it's over? And they go on to talk about how it may be time to admit that what many retail investors refuse to accept, that meme stock momentum can't save AMC. Now, part of that I saw was the street had an article out talking about why AMC may squeeze, and this was back in early August. And I found this quite interesting that they would write an article like this. Now, take a look what they had to say. So they say that estimates suggest that some $662 million worth of short interest in AMC is currently at stake. Since the beginning of 2023, short sellers have seen about $159 million in market-to-market losses. So after reading and doing that little bit of research, again, I can't find anybody else talking about supposed $500 million that the shorts have netted or profited, which means if they netted or profited, that means they would have had to been closing out those shorts, right? Same thing, that article prior to, at the beginning of August from the street, talking about over 600-something million shorts at, are in trouble. So that means if there's half a billion, and that's a little over half a billion, there's only 100 and something million still left. Like, you put two and two together, and I just want to know, where did this financial news company come from? I've never seen an article on them that I can recall ever about AMC. And then the fact that the other company, Investor Place, couldn't even do their own research, let alone write their own article. But that's pretty common. We see that in YouTube too. Guys will see and hear what some other YouTuber says, and they'll report what they reported, and they'll use them as a reference, right? We see that. That's just how news works. You don't have anything to write, have any content to put out, so you do what someone else is doing, which is kind of like what I'm doing. CSI had put an article out this morning on it. Hold on a second. Which caught my interest, and now it's got me digging a little deeper. But I'd just be really curious to know, sounds like they're from overseas in Europe, the financial news. Who owns them? Why did they write that article? Is it just random? And why would Investor Place not take the time to fully research it, to write their own article, but to mimic off of them and to say that Ortex data shows it? So the real question is, did the shorts cover? What do you guys think? Drop your comments.